Hello, my name is Spencer Conwell, and for my producer podcast, I've chosen to research Philip Kovats. For those who don't know, Philip Kovats is the audio director at Naughty Dog Games and audio lead on AAA titles such as Uncharted 4: Thief's End, as well as The Last of Us. However, before he was working on AAA titles, Phil came from humble beginnings. Working as a manager in a rental car company, he came across a production team renting some vehicles heading towards Santa Fe. Always having an interest in sound and music, Phil decided to strike up a conversation with the production team, to which they told him if he really wanted to pursue a career in sound, that he had to go to LA. So, Phil took a quick trip up to Los Angeles, and after only a few days in the city, decided to quit his job and make his move out there permanent. In January 1997, Phil got his first job, working for Serafini Studios under the legendary Frank Serafini, sound designer behind films such as Tron and Hunt for Red October. Following his time at Serafini Studios, Phil moved on to Modern Video Film, the production company behind the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as well as the Beetleborgs.
Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Power Ranger!
Phil would continue his work on the TV side of the industry for the next 2 years, and before the year 2000, and only 3 years after starting his career in sound design, Phil had credits on titles such as Sabrina the Teenage Witch, as well as various smaller titles from HBO, Disney, and ABC.
My life will be forever changed.
Well, what's a good counter move when someone steals your bishop?
You didn't hear a word I said.
Sabrina, an Albanian potato farmer, is whooping me in chess. You gotta help me. I hate to lose.
It was in 2004 that Phil began working for Technicolor Interactive on various different visual mediums. On the video game department, Phil was working on projects such as the Spider-Man 2 video game, as well as the original God of War, television projects such as Drawn Together, and even the DVD version of Aladdin.
This is the city I protect. New York City. It's my home. My playground. My responsibility.
After leaving Technicolor Interactive, Phil went on to work for Sony Computer Entertainment America, or better known as the PlayStation's first-party games division. It was here that he would begin working on some of the most exciting new IPs on the PlayStation 3, including all 3 of the original Uncharted games, as well as God of War 2 and 3. Phil's time at SCEA spanned almost 5 years, before he moved to his current home, Naughty Dog Games. In August 2010, Phil started work on one of the most ambitious projects ever undertaken by the first-party studio. This project was called The Last of Us, and Phil and as well as his team left no stone unturned. The key to the unique soundscape in The Last of Us was thanks to Phil and his team being involved with the development of the game from a very early stage. The team had a vision from the very beginning of what they wanted to do with the game. They wanted a soundscape that was both subtle, but enhanced the mood of the game. In addition to all the advanced implementation in the game, Phil also has a voice actor credit. While trying to create a character called a clicker, Phil found himself having some difficulty and turned to the voice actress Misty Lee to create the sound of the female clicker. By doing a sort of inhaled scream, the sound of the clicker was born, and Phil, trying to emulate the sound, ended up becoming the actual voice of the male clicker. In recent years, Phil has also worked on Uncharted 4 and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, the final game in the Uncharted series, and is currently hard at work on the new The Last of Us 2.
You really gonna go through with this?
I'm gonna find And I'm gonna kill every